Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fatesworn with me, Brigand. Before we continue with the main quest, there's a couple of things I want to go over. The first of which you can see on the screen right now, next to the tree in front of us. So they added this little Easter egg hunt to the first region of the game with the Fatesworn expansion. It is confirmed you need the DLC to do this Easter egg. Sadly, I won't be able to showcase the reward for doing the Easter egg because there is a bug. The only way to complete this Easter egg is if you do it before you complete the base game's main quest. Because if you have the Fatesworn expansion installed, which you need to do the Easter egg anyway, and if you've completed the base game's main quest, there's a bunch of tents added to the western portion of this region, and one of those tents blocks access to one of these dolls. I did have to give up my search and look up why I couldn't complete the Easter egg, and that's why. So not only do you have to find all 7 of these, but they have to be interacted with in a specific order. I'm going to showcase that order as well as all of their locations. So if you do it in the right order, so I'm going to select him, you'll hear a little laugh. If they make this sound, you got to restart. So make sure they laugh. First one is located just a little bit northeast of Rathir Hall, in this little divot in the wall. Number 2 is up this way. Now I spent days mapping all these out and then also discovering that I have to do it in a specific order. And then I don't even get to complete it. I'm a little upset about it. I put a lot of time into this. They weren't super hard to find. So all you have to do is just cling to the walls and eventually you're going to find all of them. So number 2 is right here. Here's a little laugh. So, hidden door, a little bit southwest of that, in between these 2 chunks of land. The number 3 is the one that I can't interact with. It's over here next to the Fae that's overlooking Gorhart. So these tents right here, these aren't in the base game until after you complete the main quest and start Fatesworn. So number 3 is right here behind this tent. I cannot interact with it for the life of me. I've tried every angle, I've tried everything on my end. And number 4 is back towards Rathir Hall, just a little northwest of it. Right here. Show it on the map. Right next to this Ember Eyes. The number 5 is south of Gorhart. Right there. So in the little pen here, in the southeastern corner. And then number 6 is right up here. Now, while I can't show off the rewards for it, I do know what a couple of them are. I don't know exactly what they are. Supposedly there's a flute that allows you to summon creatures that will fight alongside you. And you can have as many as you want out at a time. Alright, so here is number 6. A little to the east of this Shrine of Mitharu, at the very beginning of the game. Then number 7, they did say there were 7, is inside the Gorhart Inn. When you interact with this, it's supposed to activate a trap door where the developer room is located.
Hi.
You get access to a couple of items. One that increases your carry capacity, and one is the flute that I mentioned. I didn't think he was part of the puzzle when I found him, because you can't interact with him. Because you can't until after you have selected all the other 6 in the correct order.
Herc will protect us.
I was really proud of myself for finding all of them. And then immediately disappointed that I couldn't complete it. So. Alright, then the other thing I wanted to go over was my respec. So first things first, skills. I actually used my free skill points from skill books this time around. Maxed out Sagecraft, Persuasion, Mercantile, Lockpicking, Dispelling, Detect Hidden, and Blacksmithing. And then Stealth, Chaos Sight, and Alchemy are all at 5. Ability-wise, I still maxed out Might. Nothing new there. Finesse, I only maxed out Shadow Flare and Envenomed Edge. I took the points away from Longbow, Dagger, and Feyblade Mastery, and I allocated those into Sorcery. So I maxed out both Arcane Weaponry 1 and 2. Chakra Mastery, because the chakrams I currently have, I'm not going to swap out. 35% chance of stun is too good to pass up. And then I maxed out Sphere of Protection. So while active, Sphere of Protection creates a magical barrier that blocks a percentage of damage from each incoming attack, plus 14% damage resistance while active. And I could boost that if I got plus to sorcery equipment. Not going to worry about it. I don't need this anyway, but I do like stacking passive effects. I've always been a huge aura / passive guy. And also, I did craft a new hammer. I named it Shock and Awe. So 279 physical damage, 316 chaos damage. It has the onslaught effect, of course, the 40% chance to spawn a hunter-gatherer, plus 25% lightning damage, plus 40% physical damage, 67 lightning damage, and 35 shocking damage over 12 seconds, and plus 7% damage. I put a Gem of Tempest in, 30 lightning damage, and 15 shocking damage over 10 seconds, for a grand total of 426 damage with the hammer. I chose lightning because it has a chance to stun. I do 80% extra damage to stun enemies. And that's it. Let's continue with the main story, finally. All the portals are closed, Easter eggs are hunted down. Now we go talk to Wynn Ashman. Oh, I don't know. Alright. Hammer's doing a lot of damage. That heavy knight went down like a sack of potatoes. You really should never need another hammer ever again. Makes the game a little too easy. Which, I mean, the game was easy already, so this just kind of speeds everything up. Which isn't the worst thing in the world.
I wondered if you'd make your way to me eventually. The Rathir whispered of your coming. I know who you are. What kind of scholar would I be if I did not recognize a Fateless One? Your secret is safe with me.
Alright, Crown Hold.
We have ruled these mountains for nearly 3,000 years, shaping the cliffs and canyons with our dreams and our determination. 3,000 years undone by a single year of struggle. How our ancestors would shiver at what was lost to Telogris.
Rathir.
The Angels of Order possess a unique place in our culture, and their spirits haunt us throughout our long history. In all time, Mitharu has only blessed one people with a touch of his divine guidance. Us.
Great Library.
It has been my pleasure to curate the collections for the last 50 years. Responsibility held by my father before me, and his mother before him. These works, many of them from the time of the city's birth, are unique among the libraries of Amalur.
Telogris.
He is the wrathful antithesis of everything we Mitharans hold dear. He seeks only to tear down, to disrupt. And as a man, he is far crueler than I would have ever expected.
Wynn Ashman.
I spent my childhood behind my father's desk, book in hand, lost in the tales of Mother Glass. It was the mighty Foremother who inspired me to plunge deeper into the history of our people, our flight from the West.
I need a rare alchemy book.
Why am I not surprised? Skald Atlas sent you, didn't she? I knew this day would come. Of all the treasures in the Crownhold Library, the Tome of Synthesis would interest her most.
Her eyelashes are
She has
falling off her
tried many
face.
times to purchase it, even convinced me to wager it in a drunken game of knuckles. What she didn't realize is that I am a masterful knuckles player. Listen to me, friend. The Tome of Synthesis is heavily guarded. You won't stand a chance against the Preordained. It's located in the Forbidden Stacks vault of the library. But that's all I can say. It's too dangerous to get involved.
What's the Tome of Synthesis?
One of the library's original texts, a scroll written in the Arathi's own Quartenian hand, and later expanded by the sagest Mitharan minds. Its contents include the oldest known reports and examinations of chaos magic, the most forbidden of all knowledge.
I'm ready. This will be easy.
I'm glad you think so. Talogris has been torturing all scholars and magic experts, hoping to learn more about the Arathi. If you have any hope of reaching the Forbidden Stacks, you will need to fight the guards and steal their key. Good luck. May Mitharu watch over you in your quest. Farewell, my friend.
Also, I do want to explain the reasoning behind my weapon's name, despite the obvious correlation between lightning damage and shock and awe. But because the stun chance with lightning, you have the shock, of course, the lightning damage and the lightning damage over time. Then awe, though, because when someone's described as being awestruck, usually they're stunned or they're, frozen in place. That's why it's called shock and awe.
I don't want to see you causing any problems. You understand?
So I was told to kill you guys, right? Me?
Stay out of trouble.
Alright, sorry guys.
Done it. This'll teach you.
Really hope one of them has the key. Alright, cool. That would have been awkward if no one had the key after I did all that. Alright, there's a chest over here. Can I open this? No. Alright, so it'd be a little weird if it was the same combination as the last one of these puzzles we did, but... it's the first hint that I have. I don't have her note anymore, do I? I didn't get rid of it. Maybe the game forces you to drop it after a certain point, so you don't try to use that to solve this puzzle? I noticed... okay, yeah. Thought I saw that. We've read that before. That's from the base game. Another shelves to read, or to loot. I'm not gonna read the shelf. Oh, I think I see. You really don't want to do this, oh maybe not. Yeah, okay, that's a little on the nose. I see. Those green books have arrows on them. Did match the arrows on the tablets. So let's see. This is fire, which is gonna be 1. Earth is 4. Glad I ran past that and saw that. Alright, water is 2 and wind is 4. Tome of Synthesis. We can't read it. This ancient tome contains the oft-derided secret on how to supposedly use chaos reagents to brew chaos potions. Of course, the user must have an extensive knowledge of alchemy. Is this door open? Let me in! Is there another solution to it? Can't interact with that anymore, so I guess not. You just walk out the front? Alright, looks like we're going this way. Come on, fellas. Alright, you don't mind stopping. The cell key. I wonder if that opens the cell back up top. Actually, I think that makes more sense. King Raynor's writings. Several pages of hastily scribbled notes discovered on the corpse of the former Mitharan King Raynor. Writing appears to have been done in blood. 4 shelves, 4 locks. I doubt I'll leave this place alive. Must make my peace with Mitharu. Although my own life may be forfeit, I may still help whoever comes searching for us. He or she who discovers my mortal remains. Logosphere is the Tome of Synthesis, so it is heavily guarded, kept safely behind a security mechanism with 4 magical locks. I believe I am close to cracking the code, though I may not see this final trial to its end. To deactivate the mechanism, 4 numbers must be entered. I believe they are hidden on the nearby stacks. After investigating the books here, I've realized that many of them have been moved from other collections, specifically those volumes branded with the yellow triangle, a symbol of the great thinker, the Maxim Masterin? The Maxim was a lover of puzzles and patterns, and therefore it is unsurprising that I have discovered 4 shelves filled with his yellow branded books. 4 shelves, 4 locks. It cannot be a coincidence. Look for books with the Maxim Masterin symbol, and the code will be known to you. Whoever finds this note, please heed my words. Recover the Tome of Synthesis, and use it to free my people. Alright, so that's, you can't figure it out. There's the, there's the solution. Yeah, I think those green books stood out to me because they don't appear anywhere else in the game, as far as I know. Alright, so that was not the correct key. If I do this... Okay. Worth a shot. So I really don't need to re-explore this area. We've done it before once already. My goal is just to escape.
Hey, you!
I give up.
Surrender!
Alright, doesn't care. Well, I don't feel good about it. But they did attack me first. I even said, I surrender.
Hello again. Took you long enough. Have some trouble in the stacks? Let's see what you brought
Sorry, I was
me.
closing like 20
Yes,
portals
this is
across the
one.
land.
Excellent work. With the Tome of Synthesis, you should be able to fashion chaos potions. If you have the right ingredients, of course. Watch your back.
The Tome of Synthesis allows you to brew chaos potions at alchemical labs, requiring chaos essence found inside the chaos realm. Note: you can't use chaos essence in experimentation due to its unexplored and potentially dangerous properties. Dangerous properties. Is it dangerous?
You may use my bench to create the chaos potion. Go on. It is time, Fateless One. The pieces are falling into place. Farewell.
I've already done more crafting than I want to do. So are these just suits of armor, or are there people inside of these? I assume they're just suits of armor since, yeah, he's like scratching his noggin. But, I don't know.
Are you finished? Show me what you've done. Look at that. Beautiful. As restless as its chaos namesake, and in the wrong hands, just as dangerous. You know what's next, don't you? My chaos pets are itching for a rematch. Show them you haven't gotten soft since your last encounter. Watch your back.
Okay, is it critters again? Because I'm not worried about critters. Give me a proper fight. There we go. How do you take damage? Through his chaos armor. He's missing health underneath his chaos armor. A little weird.
Well done. You've done as I asked, and if you were anyone else, I would have no right to ask for any more. But you're the only one who can see this quest through to the end. Others could try, but they'd most certainly fail. This belongs to you alone. I wonder, have you tired of these patterns? Kill, loot, grow stronger, kill, loot, grow stronger.
In a little meta.
Perhaps that's the drudgery. The mundane shackles of life from which Telogris wishes to free us. Tell me, have you heard the tale of the Fatesworn?
Yeah, it was extremely loud at the introduction to this expansion. Tell me what I must know.
Good. You understand the importance of stories. Like the Fae, we must let the wisdom of our experiences guide us if we hope to set this world right again. You see, there was one story that never died. A story of hope. Generations ago, before the Empire of Arathel came apart and the Arathi fled, Amalur enjoyed an era of great harmony, of order. Not only did the Arathi themselves walk alongside us, but they had trained an elite band of warriors to accompany them. They called themselves the Fatesworn.
What was the Empire of Arathel?
It was Amalur's first true civilization. A society of gods and mortals, a Rathian human, side by side. But we all know of humanity's talent for destruction, for sabotaging its own good fortune.
What happened to these great warriors?
They turn their strength against the greatest threat. One another. After the fall of the Empire of Arathel, humanity tore itself apart through tribal warfare. The Fatesworn became soldiers for hire. Mercenaries. Fighting beasts of chaos only when it pays well.
What does Fatesworn mean?
A fate weaver fought among them. Lena of Myria. During one reading, she discovered a truth about the group. All of them shared the same destiny. To die together for the sake of their cause. And despite this tragic vision, the heroes swore to uphold their fate and enter into it without fear. They swore themselves to an honorable end, for the good of Amalur. Perhaps the only way for a fate to happen is for us to believe it will.
Sorry, I had to mute the mic, I had to sneeze. It's time to fight Telogris.
Always ready to fight. I'd admire that impulse if it wasn't always leading you into trouble. We are close to facing Telogris, but no one, not even you, Fateless One, can go near him. Not yet. His palace in Crownhold is surrounded by a chaos barrier that would tear apart a lesser mortal. For you, madness maybe? Disintegration? Before you attempt any assault on Telogris, you must be able to pass through that barrier and survive. You need protection. Armor built exclusively for this purpose, to withstand the power of the Chaos God.
What is this armor?
Its creators called it the Hope of the Fatesworn, and it is engraved with the most powerful of Arathi runes, Loki of Order Magic. It was meant for a warrior who would face Telogris in direct combat, and I believe that warrior is you.
Where can I find this armor?
It is a common mountain saying. If you wish to hide a tree, put it in a forest. The Chaos Realm was the last place Telogris would look for the armor. It is said to be scattered across Ashara, the realm of magic, but no one quite knows where. Luckily, the Fatesworn left us with a method to track the pieces.
I'm ready.
This is the last mission. You have my word. Before they departed this world, the Arathi left a magical device in the care of the Fatesworn. It has been passed down for centuries, and eventually, it found its way into my hands. And from my hands, into yours. The Arathi Nexus. It will lead you to the armor we seek. Farewell.
If you say so. New Chaos Portals. Hot dog. But they're main quest portals, so... Wonder if these portals allow me to upgrade my hammer even further. That'll be neat. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. In the next one, we'll start tracking down the pieces of armor. There's one for, looks like each region except for Cinder Pit and Matting Wind. Cool, we have our next quest objective. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.